In today's lesson, we're going to continue to throw off the yoke of modern desk and device life that would attempt to figuratively and literally bend us to its will by adding some new layers to the up dog. We're going to be focusing on neck mobilizations because when we're in up dog, this entire shoulder girdle, this entire axis right here is totally activated because, we're pushing the shoulders down and back. And so when the shoulders are maximally activated, it's the best time to mobilize the cervical spine. So we're going to be doing some rotations today and some lateral flexions. And I'm also going to teach you a really cool black belt trick on how to use eye movement to improve the range of motion in your cervical spine while also stimulating the vagus nerve so that we can lower the stress response and put our neurology into a state that's more open and receptive to change overall. So let's go ahead and get into the flow, and then I'll add in the layers with the up dog. So let's make this about the spine today, okay? Because we're trying to undo desk life. So let's start in the half kneel here, and we're gonna go into a crescent. So left knee down, right leg up, tuck the tail, squeeze the glute to lengthen the left leg out through the left knee, and then let's reach up with the left arm here, trying to project the rib cage up and out through the left pinky and on into infinity, making the spine longer, breathing into this left oblique here, breathing into the stretch. Okay, let's go ahead and switch sides. Right knee down, left leg up, tuck the tail, squeeze the glute to lengthen the right leg out through the bottom of the right knee, and then reach the right arm up and over and project that rib cage up, out through the arm, and projecting its energy out through the right pinky. While the hip is moving down in the other direction, we're creating separation in the lateral chain here. Let's do a couple breaths, big belly and rib cage expanding breaths in particular. Okay, now let's go into the world's greatest stretch. Right leg forward, left leg back. And look, let's go ahead and maybe practice some of these variations. If the wrists have been bothering you, let's save the wrists for when we might need them. So we can just work here from our fist position or our chicken feet position, okay? And let's start off by just really projecting into a really active world's greatest stretch. So squeeze that left glute to lengthen and straighten the left leg out through the bottom of the left heel, while also lengthening the right leg out through the knee and lengthening and straightening the spine. Okay. And now let's do some quick rotations here. So let's go to the floor and up. Let's do a few quick ones. We're not slowing them down. We're just warming up the tissue here, opening up the body. And now let's go down into it. Let's breathe into the resistance, trying to go left or right elbow to floor. And then exhale and push through it. And then let's turn towards the right, pull the bowstring, find the resistance, breathe into it, expand the back of the rib cage, and then exhale. Extend and rotate more. Let's do one more like that. Down to the floor, find the resistance, breathe into it, expand the belly, and then exhale. Try to get that forearm to the floor and pull the bowstring to the right. Inhale, build tension, exhale, extend and rotate. Okay, now let's go the other direction. So let's do maybe 5, just turning fast. If you want to even do something a little more dynamic and get some bounces in there, that's okay. All right, now let's pull the bowstring, breathe into the resistance, exhale. Lengthen that line from the right hand to the left elbow tip. Okay, let's do another one like that. Pull, find the resistance, and lengthen that line. Okay, Now let's go right foot back, left foot forward, and let's extend and straighten that right leg, making it long and straight through the bottom of the right heel, and then lengthen that left leg out through the end of the knee. And once again, let's come to attention, extending our spine, making it tall through the top of the head. Just spending a little time in here to project, create that active postural engagement. Okay, now let's go left elbow to floor and then turn to the left. And we'll do like about 5 or so quick ones before we use the breath to break through the stubborn resistance. This is kind of like breaking through the superficial layers, the quicker work here. Okay, now we're gonna try to get the forearm to the floor, breathe in the resistance, and exhale, push through it, take what the body's giving you. Now let's pull the bowstring to the left, find the resistance, then exhale and extend and elongate the arms and rotate through it. Here we go, let's go to the floor again. Inhale into it, exhale, push in, and pull the bowstring, and then extend. Okay, now we're gonna go turning the shoulders to the right away from the lead leg. Let's do, 5 or 6 quick ones, being a little dynamic here. Okay, and then next one, let's pull the bowstring. Exhale, try to turn a few more degrees. Hand back to the floor, pull the bowstring, expand the back of the rib cage into the resistance. Now exhale, lengthen that line a little more. Hands down. Okay, let's go left foot back. We're gonna go into a down dog next, but if you need to give the hands a break, let's try working from that forearm down dog. That's what I'm gonna do. Here we go. Push back into down dog. We're getting some great work here. I find I even get a little better upper back activation here. Just lift the ground overhead with your forearms. Project that spine long out through the tail. Push those knees back and straighten the legs out through the bottom of the heels. Okay? Now, we can drop the hips to up dog here, pack the shoulders down, pull the shoulders back. If this is uncomfortable on the wrist, just use the Sphinx. The Sphinx is awesome. Just keep squeezing the glutes, pack the shoulders down and back. Now the shoulders are super active, so let's do our neck mobilizations. But here's the key. I want you to always move your eyes in the direction you're turning and lead with the eyes. So let's go rotate to the left first, but watch me. Let's go eyes to the left, rotate the neck to the left. 3, 2, 1. Face forward, eyes to the right, neck to the right. Keep the shoulders still and active. 3, 2, 1. Face forward, eyes to the left, neck to the left. It's the key is that you have to be looking deep into your peripheral. That's gonna help turn your neck more. Face forward, eyes to the right, neck to the right. It's gonna help turn your cervical spine more, and it's also gonna give your vagus nerve that stimulation, that face forward, that it needs. Let's go one more time to the left, eyes to the left, neck to the left. It's gonna give the vagus nerve the stimulation it needs to reduce your stress response, relax tension, and put your neurology into a receptive state to open to change. Let's go face forward, eyes to the right, neck to the right, turn. Okay. Eyes forward. Here we go. Let's push back into a down dog. You can go from the forearm like me, or come all the way up on the hands, and let's get into it. Take a big breath in. Let's do a little bouncing through the shoulders here. Okay. Now, let's drop back down to the up dog. Okay. Pack those shoulders, squeeze the glutes, spread the collarbones, and now let's do some lateral flexion. And I want you to look towards the shoulder you're moving towards, out of your peripheral. So eyes to the left, laterally flex the neck to the left. Look at that shoulder in the peripheral. Up, eyes to the right, neck to the right. Up, eyes to the left, neck to the left. Up, right and right. Spread those collarbones. Straight up. One more time each side. If you need to go to a regression or back to the Sphinx position, keep practicing. Don't crush your wrists. When the real focus here is upper back and cervical spine. To the right. 3, 2, 1. Straight up. Plank. Break. Great job. Appreciate you practicing with me today. It's been a pleasure. Really excited about adding these new layers so that we have a more holistic spinal practice and adding some new things and some new ways that we can leverage different parts of the neurology and the body to expand our range of motion so that we can move more freely, more easily, and without pain. It's been a pleasure. I look forward to seeing you in the next practice.